you guys, so today we're going to be making together my birthday cake. So a lot of the things that you'll see in this video, I have already shared them with you guys. So this is going to be more a come along with me and let's make my birthday cake together kind of video. However, as always, I will be sharing with you guys throughout the entire video more tips, professional advice, especially at the end. So we're going to start out with my vanilla cake batter, and we're going to add sprinkles. Now, what I find works better than the Jimmies are these little round rainbow sprinkles because these actually stand out and pop against the vanilla cake. If you look at my Funfetti cupcakes that I made a couple years ago, the sprinkles are kind of dull colored and just get lost in the batter. So I personally love to use these, and I do also like to add a teaspoon of flour to the sprinkles just because I find that it makes the sprinkles retain their color even more. You're going to fold those in very carefully. Do not overmix, and you're going to divide the batter in 2 or 3 pans. I wanted a 3-layer Funfetti cake. Make sure your pans are well buttered and floured and lined with parchment paper, and you're going to bake these in a preheated oven at 180 degrees Celsius or 350 Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. To get an even bake, I personally like to bake the first 2 cakes and then the third one, but if your oven is big enough, you can obviously bake all 3 at the same time. Let these cool for about 10 minutes and then you can take them out of their pans and let these cool completely. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I post new videos every week, so make sure to subscribe. And if you like this video, hit that like button. Okay, so I wanted to decorate this cake with a few different elements, one being macaron. I have shared this recipe with you, so check the description box for the complete method. Now, because this is a Funfetti birthday cake, I thought it would be appropriate to add some sprinkles on top. Whenever you're adding something on top of your macaron, just be gentle, lightly drop whatever you're adding onto the shells. And these need to sit for about 30 minutes. The shells need to harden before you bake these off at 150 degrees Celsius or 300 Fahrenheit for around 10-13 minutes. A good way to know that they're perfectly cooked is that they'll pull away easily from the parchment paper. I definitely think these look so festive and beautiful. I also want to decorate my cake with some Funfetti cutout cookies. I have not shown you this recipe, so we'll make it right now together. To my butter, I've added some flour, sugar, and vanilla, and you're going to rub this mixture between your fingers. If you want to use a food processor, you certainly can. Add some milk, and you'll see as soon as you add your milk, you're going to stir this mixture and then press the dough between your hands, and it will come together really quickly. Before the dough completely comes together, add the sprinkles. By doing it this way, you don't overmix the dough. And I also like to fold the dough onto itself. That way, the sprinkles incorporate really well. Now, ideally, you do want to chill your dough. However, I'm making just a few cookies for my cake, so I really didn't feel the need to do so. Roll out your dough onto a floured surface. You can certainly add more sprinkles if you like. However, I really wanted to distinguish these from the macaron. There is such a thing as too many sprinkles, in my opinion, okay? But that's completely up to you. You can either use a knife or cut out some rectangles with a cookie cutter, and you're going to bake these in a preheated oven at 160 degrees Celsius for 13 minutes. I love how these cookies don't brown. Perfect for decorating cakes and delicious to eat, of course. Okay, so you've seen me frost cakes so many times, so right now I'm going to take a moment and address a few questions. Many people always ask why sometimes I soak my sponges and why other times I don't. The only times you should be soaking your sponges with a simple syrup is if you're going to refrigerate the cake. If you're not refrigerating the cake, there's no need for the simple syrup. The cake sponges at room temperature should always be be soft. If they're not soft, guys, something went wrong. Now, how do you know if a cake needs to be refrigerated or not? Well, any cake made with fruit, pastry cream, curds, anything that can go bad easily needs to be put in the fridge. And then you can take it out of the fridge 30 minutes before serving. That way, it has time to soften up. Chocolate cakes, simple vanilla cakes, ganache cakes, buttercream cakes should be left at room temperature. Regarding cream cheese cakes, now this is debatable. I personally leave them at room temperature. I would never refrigerate my red velvet cake, but if you don't feel comfortable leaving cream cheese frosting at room temperature, you can certainly refrigerate the cake. All right, all you October babies that are celebrating a birthday in October, blow out the candles with me, okay? You have to make a wish.
It's so good.